Hey guys, we're gonna be making a Capoxxo type beat, sort of eurodance. So I already created a melody, but I'm gonna show you how I did it, and then we're gonna add to it. So the BPM I'm working with is 172, but I might change that later because I don't know, it's not set in stone. So I'll play you the melody. The blue notes is what's done, and the gray notes are just ghost notes. So just ignore them. And so you sort of see how it sort of sounds a bit tinny, a bit shit. So we're gonna layer it up, you know, we're gonna thicken it up. That's what I usually do with this type of music. So the hard part is finding good presets. So we're just gonna copy this down. So now we don't want that, we want a more eurodance sort of stuff. Oh, wait, maybe that's, oh no, that isn't the sound that we used before. I want to add distortion, you know, I want to sort of make it pop punk but eurodance at the same time. And so now we have that done. We'll hear how it sounds together, you know. So what I want to do is add some effects to it. So I'm going to try some Valhalla shimmer. It's usually used in shoegaze. It adds a euphoric sort of sound, you know. I was going to turn that down so you guys can hear me. What I want to add now is a counter melody, a lead. So I'm going to serum. And I've chose this. I'm going to make it mono. I'm going to add portamento so it gives it a glide. So these, we're just going to turn these down, you know. Add some distortion to this, because why not? Maybe it's not the best, but in this music you don't mix. So we're going to copy this over. Control A, so we're getting the ghost notes, you know, so we know the notes that are actually used in the melody. So that so we need to think of a melody in our heads. That's the best way to go about it. So, or we can hum one. So dun 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 dun. It's really hard to actually transcribe it, but once you get the hang. So but sometimes it's best just to play on the keys. So we'll move that aside and we'll just try jam one out. If you don't have a keyboard, just mess on your actual keyboard, you know what I mean? So I already just made one, you know? And that's here. I'm gonna drag it aside. We're gonna get this fixed up. You can quantize with Control U, but I want to have the glide like this still. So we're gonna try to get this something good. You see? And we're gonna copy this along so it repeats. I press duplicate loop. Sometimes it sounds good if you drop the last, but not in this case. So what I'm going to add is the LFO tool, which is acting as a gate. I sent it on a send and return, so it's just here. You see at the bottom. Otherwise, on the FR mixer, you just drag the LFO tool on Serum, you know. So this is gating it. So I'm just naming the stuff now, you know. And so what this needs for this genre is it usually needs an offbeat bass. So I'm going to use this again. But we'll probably be changing the sound. So we have the root notes here. So what we're going to do is Control A, Control 0, or if you can just get the ghost notes, you don't need to do that. I just did that so I know what the root notes are. So now we have these, dropping it down to F1. Adding distortion. And for this type of music, 4 to the floor beat works very well. because this is what Capo sort of OAF1. They've been doing this this year, and it's really been becoming popular. So the hard part's finding a nice kick. This is tuned to G sharp, so I just want to make it G because that's the key we're working in. Because kicks actually do have a key in other genres of music usually. It's just trap. People tend not to care. So fall to the floor means putting on every beat. So it'd be boom, boom, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna make this repeat. And I apologize about the mix because it's really hard for me to record these with the levels and stuff. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press group. And so what this means is that I can, on Ableton at least, you can go add a snare and layer these. Otherwise, you just have to do it individually, you know? So we got these two sounds, and if I play on the key, you see, opposed to, or just less clutter, you know? And so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put these on the second beat because that's what happens in this genre of music. On trap, it's in the third beat, but that's because it's actually in half time. So if something's 180, it's half that BPM, which is 90. So you know what I mean. And what we need to do to tie this together is use the best drum kit that changed the whole game up, the Rip Squad drum kit. When this dropped, bro, everybody's shit just started sounding different, you know? So I'm gonna try to do some Rip Squad sort of drums, you know? And some of the drums in this drum kit are really piercing, but some are pretty cool. So we'll see how two-step hi-hat sounds. So you might be wondering why it's like this opposed to like this. Well, it's the same thing, just different grid. So we got the melody. And what I'm gonna do that's really gonna source this up, you know, how it's good to have part Bs and stuff, is we're gonna go resample this. So it means we're recording just the melody and the bass. We'll just put it on this one, not on this. So you see we got the group recording here. So it's these two chords. We got the lead and then we got the bass. So we're gonna record this. So this is a cool technique. I don't know how you do it similar. So we have that here. Now we're gonna go -12, or no, actually +12. Change this to this, make it 8th notes, or whatever one you want. I don't know if I should be showing you guys this because it's pretty sauce, but it's all about sharing, isn't it? So we go turn this all off, or move it aside, what one you want to do, you know? So this is a cool way to end a song or have it into, like, I don't know. And then, look, listen, it changes. Look. So you can sort of tell what it's doing. It acts as a gate also, but look. So yeah, I'll just put it back to the original. But that's one cool technique that you can do in Ableton. There will be something similar. Maybe the grow speed up, pitch thing. But yeah, that's the beat. Just remember the source, and you'll be able to make it. Maybe this hat could be removed. But yeah, that's